Welcome back to Monday Night Football here on Big Muzz Gaming, and the weeks are winding down here for Football America 2000, and today it's going to be Week 9. We stay on the East Coast this week for a matchup between East Division number 1 and number 2 with a possible preview of the postseason. From the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida, the Orlando Apollos take on the Chicago Flames. After tumbling down the power rankings, Portland has clawed its way back up to the number 2 spot, but Orlando remains the top-ranked team in the league. St. Louis and Philadelphia both drop a spot, and Vegas now holds its 8th consecutive week as the 5th best team in the league. Only 3 weeks left until both Daniel Ottman and Robert Gary recover from their injuries. Darwin Reed is set to come back next week from his, and San Antonio's Nick Borders, brother of Seattle's Noah Borders, hurt his knee against Los Angeles. He'll be able to return, though, come Week 11. Here's a look at the headlines across the league this week. As the Seals settle into their new home, there's more rumors about missed payments, but this time it's coming from Los Angeles. However, the rumor was swiftly snuffed out. Orlando's Mark Mack is starting to become a bit of an issue for the Apollos. He was fined for excessive celebration last week during Tristan Collins' pick 6. New York tight end Preston Keefe is getting some more speed on his passing routes. And the bad breaks just keep coming for Cincinnati. Wide receiver Manuel Young suffered a severe injury at practice this week. He has been officially ruled out for the remainder of the year. We do hope Manuel recovers soon and is able to come back for 2001. Moving on, though, it's time to look at these two in more detail with the Girth Watch tale of the tape. Colby O'Connell is slightly more accurate on his passes than Marcus Green, but he's also more prone to interceptions, already throwing 10 to Green's 6. Marcus Green also has O'Connell beat in average yards by nearly 50. Both defenses give away similar yardages while Chicago gives up fewer points. However, the big standout is turnover differential. Orlando holds a +8 compared to Chicago's +1. And this was a rematch from Week 2 that happened at a packed Soldier Field. Orlando won that one 28-14 thanks to nearly doubling the amount of total yards to Chicago. If the Flames want to prove they belong at the top of the East, they're going to have to dramatically improve their scoring percentage as well as be more productive on the field. With that, it's time to get to the field and get this matchup underway between the Chicago Flames and the Orlando Apollos. Should be a good one here tonight. Winner effectively going to get the top spot in the East on the toss. The Chicago winning the toss. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to defer it to the second half, so Orlando will get the ball to start. So here we go. Game underway here from Orlando, Florida, and they are going to start out in their second zone. All right, they're going to start with a pass against the safe defense. What do we get here? 15. Completion of B or better. Marcus Green is a B on the nose, so that'll be complete. 3 will give us 2 zones. All right, they're going to go with a run against the blitz. 14 is runner A or better. Well, let's see who this is going to go to. Runner 15. Steele on the inside is a C, so that's not going to hit there. And it's Drummond on the outside who's a B, so neither of that'll hit. It's no gain, and that'll be 4th down. So not much on the first drive. Orlando will have to punt it. Oh, we get an O result. And it's going to go 3 zones. So Chicago will take it inside their own 20. First offensive drive for Chicago. They're going to audible. But they will go into the run defense with a run play. 34, at least one player rated run 0 in the back. Yeah, Shmir Scribner is, so no gain on that play, and that will force Chicago to punt. Kick away here for Chicago. It'll go 3 zones. So Orlando taking it just inside their own 50. Both offenses having to punt in their first drives. Let's see how Orlando does here. They're going to throw it against a safe defense. 51, any player on the defensive line with a 0 pass? Nope, everyone's a 1. So that is going to be a sack.
Hold it!
Oh, it would have been a sack, but Marcus Green is an exceptional passer, so he sees it, throws it away, And that's going to make it an incomplete pass and 4th down. Good awareness by Green to avoid the sack. Does force Orlando to punt, though. And they will punt it 3 zones. Back to inside Chicago's 20. Already halfway through the first. No score. See if that changes here. It'll be a pass versus safe. 42. Any tight end or wide receiver with a 0 pass. Oh, no. Scribner is a running back, so that's not going to apply. So it's Holloway, Goodlow, and Morris. So all of them are good. It will be complete. It's a questionable catch, though. Let's see who it's going to. 17, so it's going to Carter. R.J. Carter is not questionable, so yeah, so that'll be complete. That's going to be an XP gain. It's good for a gain of 4. Now inside Orlando territory. All right, they're going to run it against the blitz. 26. At least one player ready to run 2 on the offensive line. No, everyone's at least is a 1 or a 0, so no gain there. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Flames. So they will bring out Nicholas Giancitano to kick the field goal here to put the first points on the board. Let's see what they're going to set up. From 15, they're going to add 1 from the 20. It's a 28-yard try, so that's going to be an A rating for Giancitano. A from zone 3 is 11 to 42, so should be good. Kick on its way. Oh, it misses! Will not go in through the uprights, so let's see if they bring it out. They will. How far does it go? Oh, we get a wow result already off the bat. And that's going to bring it out to the 3rd zone. Great return from Orlando special teams to get out from under the uprights. All right, after the missed field goal, let's see what the offense does here. They're going to go tendency. They're going to throw it against a safe defense. 26. 2 more players on the offensive line with a 0 pass. Yes, Victor Perry and Jake Malinsky are 0. So that's going to be a sack. No. They don't lose the yards. And it will unfortunately be 4th down. Let's see who got the sack there. Player 8 for Chicago is defender I, and that's Luke Seavey, their best pass rusher, getting the sack. So another punt here for Orlando. And it's only going to go 2 zones, so good field position for Chicago coming up. Only a couple minutes to go here in the quarter. So it will be a pass versus safe. 16, any receiver with 2 stars. Yes, they've got Ethan Goodlow, so that will be complete. 4 will add 3 zones, and they get inside the 20. Final sequence before the quarter ends, so it's run versus run. 42, 2 more players ready to run 0 in the backfield. They've got Scribner, so that's 1, but everyone else is a 1, so that won't hit, so that'll be a gain. And the 2 will put it inside the 10, and that's where we'll start the second.
Boring!
Come on, you schnorrers! Do something!
So it's goal to go to start the second quarter. Still no score. Nice tight game so far. So they will run it against a run defense. So we are sticking with that. 34. At least one player ready to run 0 on the backfield, and that's Scribner. So yep, no gain there, and that will be 4th down. So let's see if they're going to go for it. Are they going to be gutsy here? No, so they will kick the field goal. 22. So they got to just about the 1-yard line, but not any further. So this will be a nice chip shot, an 8-yard try from position A, zone 1, 11 to 63 to boot it up on its way. Oh, he missed it!
What the fuck?
He missed an 8-yard chip shot field goal. It's going to go back in the end zone for a single, but that's the second time in league history this season that we've had a missed field goal from that distance.
Another one.
The Rouge does break the scoreless tie, though. It's now 1-0 Chicago. And Orlando starting from their own 20. They'll throw it against the run. 53, 2 or more DBs with a 2 pass. They've got Thurman and they've got Jackson. It's going to get intercepted.
Yoink! Hey!
Going to get picked off. 2 zones ahead, so outside of Orlando's 35. Who got the grab there? Player 17, that's defender G. And that's going to be Devontae Nairn, the inside linebacker, making the grab. Let's see if Chicago can add some more points on the turnover. They're going to go tendency. They will run it against a run defense. 25. Any player on the offensive line. Excuse me. 25. 3 or more players rated run 2 on the offensive line. No, everyone's at least a 1 or a 0. So no gain there, and that will be 4th down. Nothing doing on the turnover plays. We'll see if Janticano will get another field goal chance here. So it'll be 43. There. 1, so we're going to add 6 from 35 is 41. So it will be a 48-yard field goal attempt for Nicholas Gancitano. He's already 0 for 2 on the day. See if we can punch this one in from zone 4, grade B. It's going to be 11 to 23. It's a shot at least. Here we go. Kick is up. It's good. We got it through. It's 4-0 Chicago. Good kick here. Let's see how the Apollos respond. They're going to go to their second zone to start the drive. So they will throw it against a safe defense. 65, 2 or more linebackers rated 0 pass. So yeah, the inside linebackers are 0, so that will hit, and it is complete. And that's only going to be good for 1 zone. But it's forward progress. Let's see, they're going to run against the blitz. 44, 2 more players rated run 2 on the defensive line. Nope, there's just 1, so that will be a gain. That gives us a gain of 2. I think this is the first time Orlando's been in enemy territory all game. Alright, they are going to run against a safe defense. 31, at least 1 player ready to run 2 in the backfield. Oh, they had Yale, but he's downgraded to a 1 in this side. So, no, it'll be dumped down for no gain, but it will be 3rd down. Let's see, it's going to go tendency. They are going to run against the run defense. 26, at least 1 player ready to run 2 on the offensive line. Yes, they got Victor Perry, so that will be a gain. And they will push through for another zone. Running this drive down very nicely. Alright, this will be another run versus run. 45 is the home team on offense. Yes, they are, so it'll be a gain. Otherwise, they would have lost it. And that's another zone. They're now inside the 20. Nice, long, methodical drive here. It's another run versus the run. 52, at least 1 defensive lineman rated run 0. Yes, Tanner Wabi on the right end. He's a 0, so that's a gain. And it's a gain of 1. Now they're inside the 10. We're entering the 7th minute of this drive. Alright, they will audible. They're going to throw it against a pass defense. 42, any tight end or wide receiver with a 0? Yes, Mac Rhodes has it, so that's incomplete, 4th down. So the long drive probably only going to end up with a field goal out of it, as Devion Lebo will attempt the kick. 15-3, so yeah, they get to the 1-yard line too, so it'll just be an 8-yard try. Hopefully he will not suffer the same fate. He's double A. It's 11-64, so unless something goes really wrong, we should be good. Kick up, on its way. And it's good. It's back to a 1-point game. Only 3 sequences left in the half. We'll see if Chicago can do something real quick here, but they're going to start in their second zone. All right, so they're going to audible. They are throwing against the safety vents. They're going to try to get downfield. 61, 2 or more DBs rated 0. No, so they only have the 1. Is Y greater than 2? Yes, it's intercepted!
Yoink.
Yoink!
And it'll get picked off 2 zones ahead, but it'll be inside Chicago territory. Who got the grab there? Player 1. That's defender A, and that's going to be Adam James making the grab. So final sequence of the half here for Orlando. I think we got to try the field goal. It's a long shot, but we got to give it a try. How far is it going to be? 34. 6, so we're adding 8 to 35. So that makes it 43, makes it 50. It's going to be a 50-yard attempt. It wouldn't be a 4-pointer because it's got to be 51 or higher for that, but 11-16 would give them the lead going into the tunnel. Worst case, they're still down by 1. Here we go. Kick on its way. No good. All right. Let's see if they bring it out. They cannot, so it will be a single for Orlando, and we are going into the tunnel tied at 4.
Hey, nice rouge there, Gordo.
A tight game brewing here tonight. Neither team has scored a touchdown, but they've gotten close on a few occasions. Coaches will reassess and replan as we go to the break, tied at 4 apiece. While they wrap their heads around this, let's wrap up the rest of the league action for Week 9. Las Vegas made a statement against the Alphas at home this week. The Outlaw defense got 2 sacks and 4 interceptions, 3 from Hakeem Simmons and a 30-yard pick 6 from Bobby Livingston that kept the game far out of reach for Portland. Outlaws trounced the Alphas 42-13. In the Alamo Dome, the newly christened Seattle Seals were hanging close with San Antonio, but then the Riders would score 22 points in the third quarter with 2 passes from Derek McCormick and a run from Blaze King. Seattle managed 2 touchdowns in the fourth with 2 3-point conversions, but it would still not be enough to fall to the Riders 34-24. A concerning sight in Cincinnati is less than 10,000 showed up after their heartbreaking draw last week. The Hogs made it very difficult to get those in attendance a reason to cheer, though. Their offense struggled all game, and despite Rudy Yates putting on a great effort, their only touchdown came on a reverse to Maurice Miller in the final minutes. A failed onside kick would close the book on this one. New York gets to 500 with a 20-14 win. Washington and Philly was a slow-burning affair for most of the game. 6 field goal attempts were made and only 3 went through, leading to a 6-4 score at the break. After another single made it 6-5 Philly, the Bells broke the touchdowns open with a Diego Goodman 43-yard run. Another score by Lee Hamilton and a 28-yard scoop and score by defensive lineman Tyrone Harrison in the fourth gave the Bells a 2-score lead they would never relent. Philly docks the Feds 30-11. And we had an exciting finish at the Rose Bowl. St. Louis got to a 14-point lead at the third quarter, but the Suns kept cutting the deficit through the second half. What was once a 28-14 game was tied at 29 with 5 minutes to go. After an interception by Trayvon Williams, the Gunners capped the drive with a McCoy 2-yard score to take the lead. But with a minute 20 to go, an illegal kick gave the Suns new life. Brandon Miller went 3 for 4 on the drive and finished with a Samuel Pete 15-yard touchdown with 25 left. LA would be bold, go for 2, and Jarrett Willis would punch it in for the game-winning score. LA wins a classic at home, 37-36. The Gunners will be on the road next week against Houston, who will be well-rested coming off their bye. And the rest period for us is just about to come to an end. Second half action from this tense, close game will commence in just a moment. Monday Night's Football and Football America are brought to you this week by Biddy Beer, the official beer of Football America. Biddy Beer, Biddy prices for nearly 100 years. By Burger Hut, get our new Cabana Combo with straw fries and a drink for only $4.99. And by your local AVC dealership, test drive the new 2000 Bison SUV and see why AVC is the pinnacle of Americana. Good defensive battle here from the first half. We'll see if the offenses will turn the tides here in the second half. Remember, you can click the link in the description down below and you can get our rosters for Football America this season. If you've got second season at home, you can play this game and the entire 2000 season. All right, second half about to get underway here. Chicago getting the ball to start the second. We got an O result. And they're going to bring it out to their fourth zone. All right, first drive of the second half. We're going to have a run versus the blitz. 46, 2 or more linebackers rated run 2. They have Bethune, who is a 2, but nobody else, so that will be a gain. Ooh, we got an XR gain. And that'll go 4 zones. And already they're inside the 10. Immediately with goal to go, they're going to go with a pass versus the blitz. 55, any DB with a 2 pass. Yes, Payne Ballage does. It's intercepted. See how it goes. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone for a touchback. Let's see who grabbed that interception. That's player 20. Any D lineman with a 2 pass? No, so it's the top linebacker, and that's Gabriel Bethune with the grab. Now, it was a 55, so we do have to check for an injury. Let's see who got hurt on that play. 15. Oh, that's the quarterback, Colby O'Connell, who got hit. So he is going to be out for the rest of the game, and he might be out for a bit more. They might have to rely on one of their other quarterbacks for their next drive. We'll see who will be the next man up for Chicago when they come back.
And then there's Chunky. He's dead.
First drive for Orlando. They are going to go with a run versus the run defense. 45, home team on offense. Yep, so that is a gain. And they'll gain a zone. One thing this Florida offense can do is move down the field slowly. There'll be a pass versus the run. 62, any linebacker with a 2 pass? Yes, Malik January does, so that is a sack. They don't lose the yard, and it will be third down.
I eat quarterback for breakfast.
Who came up with that? That's player 17. That's defender E, and that is Malik January doing the job himself. Both teams just doing phenomenally on defense. It'll be an audible. They're going to throw against a pass defense. 53, 2 or more DBs with a 2. Yes, Thurman and Jackson do, so it's intercepted.
I'll steal it. No one will ever know.
That one will be picked off 3 zones ahead, so it'll be inside Chicago's 35. Who got the grab there? That's defender 15. And that's Malik January with the grab. The defenses in this game have been responsible for 4 interceptions and 2 sacks, and only a combined 8 points between them. This has been a phenomenal defensive clinic. Audible here. They're going to run it against a pass defense. 52, at least one defensive lineman rated run 2. Yes, Freddie Hogue does have that too, so he'll shed the block for no gain, but it'll bring up third down. All right, they're going to run against a safe defense. 32, 2 more players rated run 2 on the offense. No, nobody's got a 2. Not even Dante Simmons, who's the stand-in quarterback. He's a 0, so that's going to be a no. So that'll be no gain, and that's going to be fourth down. So another great defensive stop. Force the punt. It's only going to go 2 zones, but Orlando inside their own 50. Already halfway through the third. So we have a run versus run. We get 51, 2 more defensive backs, rated run 0. Yes. So they have James Thurman and Shaun Washington are both 0, so that will result in a gain. Ooh, we got an XR gain. And that 5 will put us in 3 zones. And they're now inside the Chicago 20. Apollo's looking to score. Let's see, they got a pass versus safe. 64. Any linebacker with a 0 pass? Yes, they got Roman and Nairn, who are all 0s. So that will hit. It's complete. If this is not a 1, we got to score. And it is! Touchdown, Apollos!
Touchdown!
All right, extra point coming up from Lebo. It is up and it is good. And it's now 11-4 in favor of Orlando. It took us 40 minutes to get there, but we got to the end zone. And we got ourselves a good fight here. So this will be zone 3 set up for Chicago. So they got to rely on Dante Simmons. He's a good passer. He can step up in the clutch. And they're going to need it. So it's going to be a pass versus the blitz. 11, a Z passer? No. His completion's not, Q's not greater than 11, so we're just going to roll the completion chart. As 4 is an XP gain. And then I'll go 3 zones. And inside Orlando's 35. Final couple of minutes here in the third. And it'll be pass versus pass. 16 is grade A or better. Simmons is a double A, so yes, it is complete. This could be good. 5 or more is a touchdown. And they got it! Touchdown, Chicago!
Touchdown!
All right, Gancitano to kick the extra point. Should be good, is good. And we are tied back up at 11. All right, Orlando will bring this out to end the third. And it'll just be into their second zone, and that's where they'll start the fourth.
Buckle up, Teddy.
It has been a tight game from the word go. And don't be surprised if it still is the rest of the way. It's going to be pass versus pass. 41. Any tight end or wide receiver with a 2 pass? No, that's not going to be it. So it's incomplete, but it will get reviewed. Does it get overturned? It does! It's completed! So they overturn the call, and it will go 2 zones. And they keep the ball in their hands. Lucky break so far for Orlando. They're going to run it against a safe defense. 43, 4 more players rated run 0. They got 1, 2, none on the run there. Yeah, so it looks like it's just 2, so that's going to be a no, so that'll be a gain. And it'll be a gain of 2 inside Chicago's 35. Apollo's in scoring position now. They're going to pass against a safe defense. 61, 2 or more DBs rated 0. No, everyone's at least a 1. So why greater than 2? Yeah, Green's a 5, so that's going to be intercepted.
Another one.
Where will it get picked off? It's going to get picked off 2 zones ahead inside the 10. So they get the ball back, but they're going to be deep in their own territory. Who made that pick? That's player 17, defender G. And that's going to be Devontae Nairn. He gets his second grab. So let's see if Dante Simmons can move the Flames down the field to potentially win this game. They're going to go inaudible. They're going to throw it against a safe defense. 52, 2 more players on the defensive line with a 0 pass. They've got Hamby and Hogue, so yep, that'll hit. It's complete. And that 4 will bring it 3 zones, and they're closing in on midfield. All right, they got a pass against safe once again. 63, an offensive penalty kills the drive.
Flag.
Oh, that's unfortunate there, but they will have to punt it away. A good punt could still yield a possible point. Nope, it'll go 3 zones, and that's where Orlando takes it inside their own 20. Now let's see if Marcus Green can do the same thing and try to rally his team down the field. They are going to take tendency against a safe defense. They will throw it. 55. Any DB with a 2 pass. Yeah, they got Thurman and Jackson. It's going to get intercepted.
Oh, no. Not again.
And it'll be picked off one zone ahead inside Orlando's 35. And a big break coming up for the Flames. Who made that pick? Player 18. That's defender G, and that's Nairn with his 3rd interception of the day. We do have to roll to see who got hurt here, though. 26 was EA. That's Elijah Joswiak, but he was just out for the series, so he will be back right in for the next drive. But Chicago with a great opportunity to seal the deal here. Let's see how Chicago makes use of this turnover. It's going to be a run versus safe. 26. At least one player ready to run 2 on the offensive line. No, they don't have anybody with a 2. So no gain there, and it will be 3rd down. Starting to close into the 5-minute mark. So it'll be a throw versus safe. 26. 2 more players on the offensive line with a 0 pass. No, everybody's a 1, so decent pass protection. So it will be complete. But the Q is less than 11, so it's only going to be 1 zone. So that'll put them inside the 20. But a new set of downs for the Flames. And they will pass against a safe defense. 13. Is grade D or better? Yes, it is. It's a double A, so that's complete. 2 or more, and this is a touchdown. It is! Touchdown, Chicago!
Touchdown!
Gancitano to kick the extra point. It is up and good. It will now be 18-11. Chicago on top. And we are going to go to full play with 5 minutes to go on the kickoff. All right, so we are set up for full play. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. And we are going to go right to the kickoff here as Gancitano will kick it from zone 30. See how we do here. The kick will be 63. So we're going to we'll add 3. So it'll be a 51-yard kick. And that's going to be to the secondary returner. That's going to be Caden Kramer. See how's he doing on the return. 14. We're going to take away 8. So he'll have a 10-yard return. That'll bring the ball out to Orlando's 29. All right, play from scrimmage here. We got 1st and 10 from the 29. So Orlando's down by 7, so we are going to do situation A for these sets of plays. So let's see what they're going to go with. They're going to go with a screen against the safe defense. This will be a screen pass intended for Joswiak. See the results. 64, we got unusual results. 32, it's 6 yards, so it'll be complete for 6 yards to Joswiak, but we do have a penalty. Let's see what the penalty is. 66. Uh-oh. That is a defensive penalty. See, 8B. That is tripping against the defense. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down.
Flag.
So that basically resets us here. So 1st and 10 now at the 34-yard line. Still on situation A. They are going to do a screen pass against the blitz. And this will be a screen intended for Trey Nathan. There's the pass, 42. Does TA have a 2? Yes, he does. Hunter Thomas has that 2 pass, so it's an excess play. 65, is X greater than 1? It is. Caught in traffic, and it's a go result. 11, not going to get much on it, though. It'll be 12 plus 1 die. So 12 and 5, and it'll be good for 17 yards and a 1st down. Just entering the 4-minute mark now. 1st and 10. They're just inside Chicago territory. Another screen pass. This will be against a safe defense. This will be a screen pass intended for Mark Mack. 25. Does TA or the center have a 2 pass? Yes, Hunter Thomas has it. Nice block, and it's going to be dumped off for 1 die. And it's good for a gain of 4. Inching ever closer. Now 2nd and 6. 3:30 to go. It's another screen pass. This will be against a pass defense. This will be a screen intended for Michael Williams. 52. Does K have a 2 pass? No. Tanner Wabi has a 1. So that does not hit. It's caught. Does Williams have a questionable catch? No. So it cuts inside and gets 11 on the play for a first down. Now inside Chicago's 35. 1st and 10 with 3 minutes to go. Orlando moving down the field very nicely. They are going to go with an outside run against the pass. Trying to fool Chicago's defense here. This will be an outside run for Ricky Drummond. 13. Drummond on the outside is a B, and that's good for a run of 5. All right, 2nd and 5. Still situation... Oh no, we're under 3 minutes, so now they're in situation C. So they're going to start throwing the ball. It's going to be long versus the pass. Just crossed that 3-minute mark. Yeah, with less than 3 minutes to go, they're going to start hurling it. So this will be a long pass intended for Moore. 31, does F or J have a 2? J does not, F does not. Quarterback will run. So Green going to run on the outside. So Green's going to scramble. 24, does B or D have a run of 0? Yes, Thurman does. Runner breaks tackles and gets 10 plus a die. It's an 11-yard gain, and Green keeps the drive alive for Orlando. So Chicago called a timeout. That'll stop the clock with 2:15 to go. But it's now 1st and 10 for Orlando inside the 20. They've got an opportunity here. Let's see if they can make it work. It'll be long versus pass, but inside the 20, that's going to make it medium. This will be a pass intended for Mack. 64, unusual result. 12, we got a rare result.
It begins!
So a rare result coming up on the medium pass. What happens here? 26, complete for a 17-yard gain. Receiver laterals to a trailing teammate who gets the end zone for the touchdown. So the completion to Mack for 17. He sees Yale, laterals it back to him, and he finishes it off for the score. So we will have the extra point for Devion Lebo to tie the game at 18. He's an A grade, so 63 or less, it will put it through. On its way. 63 right on the money. So that puts it through, and we are tied at 18 with 2 minutes to go. All right, so we are going to have the kickoff here. Lebo from his own 30 will boot it away. 26 will make it 64. His D grade takes away 3. So 61 will put it at the Chicago 9. And the primary returner is Steven Strachan. Let's see how he brings it out. 52, we're going to add 3 to 18, so it'll be 21 yards and brings it right out to the 30. All right, with the game tied, we are playing the cards regularly here, but here we go. Chicago, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Let's see if Simmons can rally his team down the field. First play is going to be an inside run against the safe. So it'll be an inside run for Brennan Jones. 46, unusual result. 33, it'll be 9 yards and a penalty and an injury. Let's see what the foul is first, because that might negate the injury here. 65, no, it's going to be holding on the defense, so that will be an automatic first down. But now let's see who got hurt. 26 is EA, so Darius Callaway is going to be out for the rest of this series. So the rookie receiver out, so the RJ Carter is going to have to step up in that spot. But the penalty does stop the clock, so it'll be 1st and 10 now from Chicago's 35. They are going to screen it against a pass defense. This will be a screen pass for Goodlow. 54, does G have a 2 pass? He does not, so to be complete and knocked down for a 6-yard gain. Are they going to call timeout? Yes, they will. They'll call timeout here. That'll make it 1:30 to go. All right, 2nd down and 4. Clock stopped with 1:30 to go. They are doing a medium pass against a safe defense. Ooh, they're going to try to hurl one out here. 16. And the double A for Dante Simmons is just not enough. It's incomplete. So another 10 off the clock. 3rd and 4. So we'll play from the 3rd down and 4 side. What do we get? It'll be a short pass against a safe defense. Short pass intended for Joseph Hackett, the backup tight end here. 11. Pass complete. The receiver tackled 1 yard short of the first down. So with conserving time, they've got 55 seconds left. We're going to put them at the 44. Are they going to go for it? No! They're going to punt it away.
Look at all those chickens.
I'm not sure about the call, man. But I understand it because you can probably force them to go down the field. Maybe you get a nice booming punt, but this could also go horribly, horribly wrong. All right, let's see what the result will be here on the punt. 41. So Brandon Strachan will punt it 42 yards. It will be returnable, and they got to be careful here because Mack is dangerous on the punt return. 64. Oh, an unusual punt return. What happens here? 22. It'll be 8 yards on the return. There is a penalty marker down, so they get it down to the 22-yard line. We'll have to see what the foul is.
Flag?
All right, what do we got here? 21. It's 2A. Oh, it's a personal foul on the kicking team, so they're going to tack on 15 yards at the end of the run. So with 45 seconds to go, great field position coming up for Orlando. So still a tie game. Orlando has all 3 timeouts left, so it'll be 1st and 10. After the penalty, it puts them onto their own 37-yard line. Again, regular cards in play here since we are tied. And they are going long. They're going to go right for it. Oh, this could be a kill shot here. This will be a long pass intended for Joseph Ford. Here we go. 15. His B grade, incomplete. All right, nothing doing on that pass. It's now 2nd and 10. And they are going to go inside against a safe defense. They're going to try to force Chicago to probably burn their timeout. This will be an inside run for Mack. 35. Does the quarterback have a run of 0? Nope. So bowls over a tackle for 3 yards. That'll be the final timeout taken by Chicago. So they're now at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 7 to go. And they are going to stay inside, and it's going to be against a pass defense.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Looks like Orlando content with the tie. We've seen wilder things happen in this league. This will be an inside run for Mack. 23. And Mack on the inside is a C, and that's a 3-yard gain. And we will have Orlando call a timeout. Okay, so it's 4th and 4 from Orlando's 43-yard line. This is a tough call because they can't kick it because it's outside of Devion Lebo's field goal range. They could punt, but Ethan Bogenreef is not that great of a punter, and they won't be able to punt it deep into the end zone enough for the single. So they got to go for it here. The question is, are they going to go for a Hail Mary or a regular play? So let's see. Do they hail it? They will. They're going to... All right. So they are inside their own 40. So they're going to try for the Hail Mary here. Let's see what they get. Here comes the throw. 51. Possible pick. They're... Oh. Oh, no! Well, let's see what happens with the pick, first of all. So, 35, is it 6 or more? It's not, so it'll be incomplete. But 51 shows that we have a penalty, and the defender is flagged for pass interference in the end zone.
Flag.
It's at least a 15-yard penalty. If it's doubles, it's flagrant, and it goes to the 1. No, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10 with 5 seconds left. This is the last play of the game here, and I think they're now in range for Devian Lebo for a field goal. Oh, the defensive penalty might just cinch the game for Orlando. Let's see. So it's going to be from Chicago's 42 at 7, so it'll be a 49-yard attempt for Lebo. Let's see. So it'll be a C grade. He needs to get 22 or less to put it through and win the game. Anything a little further, if they can still get it, they can still get it out there into the end zone for a single. Potentially 34 is all they need to at least get a point. Here we go. To win the game. Kick is up and on its way. 45 is no good. So that will be a 56-yard kick. Yeah, it brings it down inside the end zone, 7 yards deep. Here comes the return from Steven Strachan. 53 will bring it out. So that'll bring it out 22. And this is where we get to some end-of-game chaos. This is where things are going to get a little insane. So here we go. It'll be a lateral. We're going to go to 12. That's Dean. That's going to be for Trevor Jackson. What does he get? 31. Awkward toss, so it'll be a loss of 4. But he can still lateral it. And he is going to lateral it to player E, and that's going to be Malik January. What does he get? 43. Teammate gets loose behind the ball handler and it's lateraled for another loss. And that's a loss of 2. Going the wrong way here. Lateral to any defensive lineman with a 2. Yes, so it'll be lateral to CV. Let's see, get 12. Defender can't make the play. Lateral hauled in by a teammate for 2 dice yards. And that's going to be good for 11. And that brings them up to the 20. Where did they lateral this time? It'll go back to January. He gets 32. He's dragged down for a loss of 4. And that is where the game is going to end.
Tie game!
What the hell? This is outrageous.
Oh, I've never been so proud of them.
They're both losers! Losers!
That decision by Chicago to punt it away and not go for it will haunt them for the rest of this season, as an opportunity to get ahead in the East Division is squandered and the game ends in an 18-18 tie. For your Biddy player of the game, I have to give it to Orlando's Marcus Green for that amazing game-tying drive, going 4 for 4 down the field for the score. He really proved why the Apollos, although they didn't get the win, are still the team to beat in Football America. So with the tie, Orlando still holds on to first place in the East, with Philadelphia now taking second. Chicago still within a game that should make for an entertaining race to the finish. New York is not that far behind either. Washington would need a miracle, and unfortunately, the first team eliminated from the playoffs will be the Cincinnati Hogs. In the West, the Seattle Seals have also been eliminated, with only 9 points left to earn. It's impossible for them to even get second, unfortunately. But everyone else is still in the race with 4 weeks to go. But right now it's a tight battle at the top, with Houston and Vegas both at 18 points. Next week we'll have the Battle of I-15 from Sin City as the Vegas Outlaws try to overtake Houston in the standings, with LA hoping to keep themselves in the playoff race. Remember to give this channel a like, sub, and share with the folks who might enjoy it. And don't forget, on Twitch this fall will be Tecmo Random Bowl Spring Edition, which should be a fun little project. Until next time, this is Big Muzz reminding you, as always, to play well, play fair, but most importantly,